I call out ideas for scenarios we'd love to see, and the performers come in with their suggestions. Okay, here we go. Things a new pope shouldn't say in his first public speech.
I only wish that Hitler could have been alive to see this moment.
I call out ideas for scenarios we'd love to see, and the performers come in with their suggestions. Okay, here we go. Things a new pope shouldn't say in his first public speech.
I only wish that Hitler could have been alive to see this moment.
Discarded titles for the next Harry Potter book.
Harry Potter and the child actor's inevitable mental breakdown.
Things you shouldn't say to the Queen on being given your honour.
Ma'am, you have no idea how much pussy this is going to get me.
Bad ways to start a party political broadcast.
My fellow paedophiles.
Things you'd never hear a French person say.
Of course, it looked hopeless, but we kept fighting. I've just bought a wonderful little holiday home in the south of Birmingham.
What the voices in Tony Blair's head are saying.
Keep smiling, have Gordon killed. Keep smiling, have Gordon killed.
Things a Wimbledon commentator would never say.
All this grunting is giving me the horn.
TV shows that never made it to air.
Terrorists say the funniest things.
Unlikely lines for the Queen to include in her annual message.
Some of my best friends are black. Ashton Schneichelhunch, mein Gurkenführer!
Bad things to say on stage at Live 8.
They've put a lovely spread on backstage. Lobster, caviar.
What the voices in Prince Charles's head are saying.
So what if she's your mother? Just press the pillow over her face and count to 100.
Very good. I call out ideas for scenarios we'd love to see, and the performers come back in with their suggestions. And in the week that Prince William started at Sandhurst, the first subject is the wrong things to say on your first day in the army.
When they said it was going to be just like the movies, I didn't realise they meant Brokeback Mountain.
Bad things for the England manager to be caught saying.
Wayne Rooney may be ugly, but when he holds me in his arms, I feel safe.
Ill-advised things for a Lib Dem leadership candidate to say.
Sorry I'm late, I had trouble finding a vein.
Words you'd never hear from a newsreader.
Welcome to Channel 5 News, thickos. OK, they may have acquitted him, but he certainly looked like a paedophile.
What you don't want to hear a Prime Minister say.
Get me an 18-inch knife and a hand grenade. I'm sorting this Iraq shit out.
Bad things to say at Prime Minister's question time.
Prime Minister, could you look interested while I bring up some boring shit about my constituency? We've got one, we've got two more poofs than you.
Unlikely things to hear at the Oscars.
Unfortunately, King Kong can't be with us tonight, but... As a gay cowboy, I think I know where I'll be putting this little fella.
Unsettling things to hear from the cockpit of a plane.
We're about to experience a little bit of turbulence, and then a lot of falling. Help me with my seatbelt, Abu. I can't do it with this damn hook.
Bad Valentine cards to receive.
I will be as faithful to you as any dog, and come when you whistle.
Unlikely things for a TV announcer to say.
Tonight's episode of Songs of Praise contains strong language and scenes of a sexual nature.
Let's leave it there. Frankie is the winner, ladies and gentlemen. I call it ideas for scenarios we'd love to see, and the performers come in with their suggestions. Here we go. The first subject is exam questions that were rejected.
All PE teachers are paedophiles. Discuss. Spell Mississippi without looking at how we've spelt it in the question. Tick the box A, B or C to receive the grade A, B or C. If I add 1/8 to 1/16, how stoned will I be?
Famous last words.
Stingrays love foreplay. The funny thing is, the closer it gets, the more it looks like a piano.
Rejected first lines for the new Harry Potter book.
Harry thought of his magical adventures very differently now that he'd been diagnosed as a schizophrenic. Finishing in the cafeteria, Harry and Ron turned their wands on themselves. It's not as good as that one. Something about the spell must have gone wrong, because one of Harry's testicles had turned into a scorpion. Show us where Dumbledore touched you, said the judge. Show us on the doll.
The next topic is unhelpful things to say in a crisis.
Kumbaya, my lord. I know you're a hijacker, but I ordered a vegetarian meal. Women and children first, then I'll shag the men and the animals.
Ill-advised things to say in court.
So, to summarise, there's no evidence, but he does look a bit rapey. I would like to present my own defence through the medium of dance. I was performing the Heimlich manoeuvre and it sort of turned into the wheelbarrow position.
Things a sports commentator would never say.
Like a lot of people watching this Olympics, I'm wondering why black people don't just take over the earth. I can't be the only person to wonder what it would be like to shag this gymnast. Just reading through the names of this Chinese team is making me feel hungry.
Commercials that never made it to air.
Because some nights are best forgotten. Rohypnol. By the year 2020, we shall rule the earth. Tesco, every little helps. Clear all your debts with one easy payment. Buy a shotgun and blow your head off.
Inappropriate acts for the Royal Variety Performance.
Stephen Hawking unplugged.
Lines that you'd never hear in a Bond film.
Engineer's cue. It's a bomb, but it's also a rucksack. Everything's ready for your mission, Bond. All you need to do is fill in this health and safety risk assessment. You're very good at poker, but let's see how you do on the fruit machines. It's not just a baseball bat, Bond. It's a baseball bat with a nail through it. We'd better slow down. There are speed cameras.
TV shows that never made it to air.
The boy whose arms and arse and head fell off. And now the magic of Britain's parks at night as Bill Oddie presents Gay Watch.